Hey, it's the first day of October. It's kind of cold. It's been raining all night. As prep work, we took this previous patch out, squared it up with a router, scraped all the glue off with the scraper, got a sheet of 1/2 inch marine plywood, and cut this to fit. They're going like that. And we screw along the longitudinals here, and also we fix the ends to these magnificent backing blocks that Marvin just cut. The old backing blocks have the vertical grain, and they're quite small, as you can see. The new backing blocks go back a number of inches on each side. Half will screw, here's one installed right here, half will screw into the existing hull, and the other half will support the new patch panel.
And the grain's going horizontal.
And the grain is significant because the old grain ran up and down, easy to break because of the way the tension is on this, and the new grain runs fore and aft, a lot stronger.
Well, why did we decide to replace this, Harry?
We decided to replace this because it wasn't pretty. The grain was running up and down on the old panel, as you've probably seen in some previous shots. The new grain on this runs fore and aft. Plus,
the backing blocks were
strong.
Weren't done right.
But basically, besides having some boat building skills, we've done a little bit of art in this boat also to pull it together.
Right, and the original backing blocks were screwed from the inside, which is...
Yes, they were screwed from the inside. You can see, well, yes, the original ones were screwed from the inside, which is an improper way of doing that. The proper way is to screw from the outside into the solid material in the back. You can see the beautiful job we did of scraping the longitudinals here. This beautiful Alaska yellow cedar starting to come back. And here's an example of the backing block that Marvin cut. There's another one that goes on top. The cedar's a nice complement to the fir and Alaska yellow cedar that are here. There. They look very nice with the screws from the outside and a nice finish of Rot Doctor on the top side.
Shoot!
Go.
Okay, hi, it's Marvin here. Any complaints about the camera work, don't blame me. Harry's on camera for once.
It'll be perfect.
Right. We'll see. Anyhow, since the transom was my baby, I've already scraped and sanded all the glue off, but down here there was a bunch of water damage, and you can't see it, but it's delaminated. And what we intend to do is use what's commonly known as Get Rot, or another brand that is locally available called Rot Doctor. We're going to Rot Doctor this entire area, and also fill up these areas where the laminations came off with filler. But down here, because this is plywood, the epoxy will not penetrate past the glue layer, past the first layer. So what I'm going to do is I've taken a small 1/16 inch drill. I put a stop collar on it. You want to get a close up of this, Harry? What I've done here is taken a 1/16 inch drill, and I've set this for 3/8 of an inch, which is about 3/4 of the depth of the 1/2 inch plywood transom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a series of holes in this area so the epoxy can penetrate in, but I'm not going to drill all the way through. So I've set the stop collar to prevent me from drilling all the way through. So here goes. What I intend to do here is allow the epoxy to penetrate in throughout this area through these holes, and the epoxy will eventually fill all the holes up, so it'll create a watertight surface here in this area. So I'll keep on drilling now.
Anyhow, I was going to do this, but Harry had never used Rot Doctor before, so he aced me out.
See, Marvin likes being by the camera, not in front. That's the real drill. I go to help him a little bit, and pretty soon he's giving me more and a little bit more.
Well, I didn't get a chance. You already grabbed it and started stirring.
No. You planned this. I saw you plan this.
I was pouring, and you grabbed it and started stirring, so don't give me that and start brushing.
Then you gave me a glove to protect myself, then you gave me a cup, then you gave me the brush, and pretty soon you grabbed the camera. Okay, that's fine. Okay, well, we got a drip pad down here, which is this cardboard, and I think I'm going to try, and I've been mixing now for maybe a minute or two, so I'm going to try to do some brushing. First coat right on the top here, right inside these pre-drilled holes to be sure they get the maximum saturation. Marvin thought about drilling these holes at an angle to make sure they fill up, which is probably a good idea, but I think there's so much wicking going on anyway in this really dry plywood that this is just as well. The beauty of this stuff is, even with the little rod that there is back here, this will occupy the space that water would normally occupy at a later date, plus give the little bit of dry rot here a chance to get real solid. Okay, first coat right here, give it a chance to soak for a minute. And then I'm going to go on and coat the rest of the transom. Goes on thin, coats pretty fast. I've never used this stuff before. Smells like epoxy.
According to the instructions, just lay it on heavy and let it soak up all at once.
Doing a pretty good job. I love putting this stuff on end grains of wood. That's where really water likes to wick in, and I love knowing it's all sealed up. So we're getting the ends of these longitudinals down here. There are gaps in here, which Marvin wants to fill, which is a good thing. Got plenty of epoxy micro balloons and other fillers to be sure we get a same system a chemical bond here. Sometimes when you mix paint systems or gluing systems, things don't work too well, but we're all on the same sheet of music here with the same coating system.